And welcome back again to Local Lifestyles. Well, October is actually Sudden Infant Death Syndrome Awareness Month. And here from the Green River District Health Department is Health Education Director Merritt Bates-Thomas to give us some of these important statistics and certainly the safety information. Hi, Merritt.
Good to see you,
Good
Stacey.
to see you again. So we call this SIDS. We've all heard of that for a long time, or also SUID.
Which is sudden, unexpected infant death.
So is that something new that we're hearing, or are they similar or about the same thing, or what's the difference?
I think as time has evolved and they've just looked at all the factors involved in unexpected deaths of infants,
right,
that you see it's not only SIDS, but it could be other things that factor and figure in. And some of those are things that we can do to make the child's sleeping environment much safer.
Yeah, and that is really the key. That's the key to trying to prevent this as much as we can. Let's kind of talk about the statistics, because they're kind of scary still, even though we really pay attention to this probably more than we ever have before. But what are some of those statistics?
So CDC on their website, if you were to Google search either SIDS or sudden unexpected infant death, one of the reputable sites would be CDC, and they would share with you approximately 3,400 deaths a year,
and that's
are attributed to this classification, the SUID.
And they, like you said, could be for various reasons, and sometimes they don't really know the reason either.
Right.
And then that's how it kind of gets classified.
And in Kentucky, the last year for which statistics were really reported that we have in 2020, it was reported that there were, I believe, 92 deaths that would be classified, and that was up from the previous reporting year of 58.
Oh wow, almost double.
Now, while that's statewide, that's still 92 deaths that were tragic.
That's right, and that's one too many. So let's talk about the ABCDs of sleep.
Right, and since I was here last summer, they've added the E.
Oh,
so
we've added the E.
We've added the E.
All right, let's start with A.
So alone.
Okay.
Baby needs to be alone in their own sleep environment, whether it's a crib, it's a bassinet, always making sure too that their sleep environment, whether it's that crib or bassinet, is rated or approved. And we'll get to that toward the end of the segment.
B.
B is on the back. Baby on the back every time.
Yes. And that's something that, you know, we hear, and maybe our parents are, you know, used to not be the case, but that really hasn't changed much in the recommendations for quite a while now.
It's been quite a while. You know, originally, I think I can remember back years and years ago when mine were very smaller, had just been born, and it was maybe on the stomach, then it was on the side, and you wedged them, and we've evolved to on the back, and that seems to work
the best. Okay, C.
C is the crib, or as I mentioned, the bassinet. They make smaller bassinets that can go beside the parent's bed, so they're close by and easier to monitor.
And D?
D is don't be distracted, avoid dangers, and not just distracted, but impaired in some way. It's very important that you maintain your ability to monitor your child's safety.
And the new E?
The new E is exit the bed when breastfeeding, because so many moms who are breastfeeding, you can find it so easy just to have them tucked in beside you, but the key thing, unfortunately, they've come up with the E because of the need to remind folks, exit the bed, maybe even set an alarm on your phone
in case you do
so that if you doze, because you know approximately how long feeding on each side of your breast can be.
Okay, so real quick then, where can we find the safety information for the products that are kind of supposed to be for safe sleep?
So, key thing, Consumer Product Safety Commission, whether we've talked about different, I call them contraptions, but ways to soothe your baby, many of them keep them on the back, but just ways to kind of move them around. Make sure those are rated, haven't been recalled. Sleep sacks, some of those have been weighted to keep the baby. The difficult thing about a weighted sleep sack is it may keep them from rolling the way they need to to avoid the safety hazards.
All great tips and lots of good information. Thank you as always, Merritt.
Thank you.
Yeah, and we'll be back. We've got more Local Lifestyles after this.